Hello, I'm Jonathan Rogers. Today I'm going to be talking to you about personal security and how you can protect yourself from becoming a victim in any situation. Imagine it's late at night, you're walking through a parking lot and it's very dark and it's very abandoned, and as you're digging for your keys in your purse or your pocket, you're talking on your phone maybe to your spouse, and your mind is 4 different directions at the same time. You don't hear the footsteps approaching behind you. And by the time you do realize something bad is happening, it's probably too late. Today, I'm going to talk to you about personal security, because I don't know anyone that would want to be in that kind of situation in a parking lot. I'm going to share with you 3 simple steps that you can use to protect yourself in dangerous situations so that you can go home at the end of the day. Now, I've worked in law enforcement for 20 years. I've worked in everything from patrol to the jail to investigations. I've actually been a small town chief of police. And the last 4 years of my career I've spent investigating major crimes. These include murders, robberies, and assaults. And I can tell you that each of these investigations creates a story. And when successful in an investigation, we're able to figure out what happened, when it happened, why it happened, and where it happened. And a lot of these give me insight to be able to tell you how to protect yourself in these situations. My objective today is to show you that using awareness, having a plan, and displaying confidence can help you get home safely at the end of your day. And best of all, like I say, these are things you can start practicing today. Now, the first step is awareness. Most people have 5 senses, and I would suggest let's use all 5 senses in our personal security. The most important of these senses is sight and sound. These 2 senses right here are very important to protect yourself against an attack. And for instance, you may hear footsteps behind you, or you may see in your peripheral vision another person walking across the parking lot. That's very important because these can generate fear inside of you. And fear is the 6th and often uncounted sense. Fear is very important to protect you as a person. According to author and personal safety expert Gavin DeBecker, he says, true fear is a gift that can save your life. And that's true. For example, the fear where you come into your house after work and you get a feeling that someone is in your house. Maybe you've seen some items missing or you've seen an open door. That fear that immediately rises up in you that tells you something's not right, something's going on. True fear is something that can save your life. It's an alert to let your body know it's time for fight or flight. There's something going on and we need to be ready for it. So that's awareness is recognizing that fear is going on. Now, I also want you to be aware of your personal space. That goes under awareness. Your personal space is anywhere around you, usually within arm's length. And when you think you're alone, I want you to extend that out a little farther so that you recognize when somebody's in your presence. Make sure that when you extend your zone, that's like your personal alarm system, that I need to watch my personal space because someone's just getting close to me. The second step I want you to think about is to have a plan. The best way I can do this is in law enforcement, we are constantly going over what we call what-if situations. If I'm jogging in the morning for exercise and I see a man walking up the sidewalk my direction, I'm going over what-if situations. What if this guy is looking to rob somebody and tries to grab my phone off my arm? I come up with a plan. I'm thinking, what if he does this? I want you to constantly go over what-if situations, especially when you're alone, especially when you're in that parking lot walking toward your car. DefenseActions.com is a great website that has a lot of what-if situations. It's DefenseActions.com, and you can go there and review a lot of situations, and it tells you, oh, well, I need to think about this too. That would apply to me. Now, when you've thought through your what-ifs, I want you to make plans too. The end of the what-if should have a plan. What if the guy, when I'm running, reaches over and tries to grab me? My plan is to use speed and violence. That's the way I was taught to react when when I come under attack from someone or something. I use speed and violence. And if you think about it, most criminals that are going to attack a victim are not prepared for speed and violence. And when you use speed and violence, I want you to target areas on your opponent or on your attacker that will debilitate and disable them. I want you to strike fast, violently, and when you do those 2 things, that's going to naturally boost you to the next step, which is confidence. This final step, displaying confidence, very important, because I don't want you to be timid and weak and not strike very hard, because that's going to give the criminal more power, more thinking. I'm winning here, I'm beating this person. When you have confidence, you use awareness, you use your plan, that's going to create a positive attitude in you. So when you are coming under attack and you are confident in your attack, a lot of times your victim starts thinking, well, I've got a positive victim here, and this could be dangerous. If you exhibit confidence in the face of adversity, you're already turning the tables on the crime, on the criminal, because he's not expecting that. He's not expecting an attack to come toward him. Strength can also come from confidence. Eleanor Roosevelt said it best when she said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face." Just like fear can be a warning, like I said earlier, confident action can generate strength. When you confidently strike out at this guy attacking you, or this person attacking you, and they begin to retreat, or they begin to have second thoughts, naturally you're going to feel confident, you're going to feel a boost, you're going to feel strength to go through with your plan, whether that plan is to strike and move and get out, or just to run away in the first place. Being confident in what you're doing, watching for an area of escape, watching for a place to hide, watching for someone that can help you. All these things can generate confidence in you. And I want you to build confidence through strength and speed when you have your plan of action. So I want you to remember these things: it's awareness, having a plan, and confidence. If you don't want to become a victim, and I don't know anyone that does, I would suggest putting these plans into practice. The more you practice these, the more what-if situations, it's going to become like second nature to you. So if something does happen, you're able to react quickly and safely and confidently, and more than likely you're going to have a positive outcome. It's not going to mean you may not get hurt. It's not going to mean you may not be injured in some way, but I want you to remember, even if you are, keep your plan in your head. Keep going through. Don't give up, because displaying confidence will keep you positive and keep you moving forward. I want you to think back to the opening scenario I gave you about being in the parking lot. Now, awareness in that situation would have put you on the early defensive. You would have heard those footsteps coming up behind you, hopefully long before they entered your space. A plan of action for your what-if situations. Hopefully you would have had a plan, whether it's I'm going to run to my car, I'm going to run back to the building, or I'm going to run to this location. So a plan would have prepared you for the fight or the flight that's coming up. And if you would have had confidence in that situation, that would have helped you carry out your plan and helped you to survive that situation. Thank you for watching, and please be safe out there.